Hello gamers and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about the Scavengers game again, and if you are not familiar with what Scavengers is, I have another video on my channel that will be linked in the description and probably in the top right of the screen somewhere up here. So take a look for that if you guys don't know what Scavengers is, but basically I'll go over it super quick. So Scavengers is a PvPvE sandbox game with AI and other players, obviously, and it sort of plays like a battle royale. There's a ring and some storms inside, and it will shrink down, and eventually you'll have to get on to a dropship to extract. Alright, so just some quick information before I get into a breakdown. If you guys already like the sound of a PvPvE sandbox shooter and you think it looks sick, what you're going to do is click sign up for early access and type your email address in right here. They will send you a key and you'll be ready to join up for the early access starting later this month in April. If you signed up for the last beta or you played in the last beta based on my video, there's no need to sign up for early access. You'll automatically receive an email with a key and a key for a friend, which is some cool info. So you can bring a friend with you to play with, so you get one extra key as well as a key for yourself. So we're going to get on to my breakdown of all the characters, and then we'll quickly talk about some of the changes since the last beta if you played on last beta, and what to expect coming to early access for Scavengers. There are multiple characters, so we're just going to go over them quickly. There's Tarek, and he has a sniper rifle, and he has stun traps, which is basically they're pretty powerful. He has like a wall hack for his stun trap, so if someone walks into it, you can see them through walls. There's Valora, and she has basically an impenetrable shield, but while it gets shot, it shrinks. And she has a shotgun that was kind of underwhelming in the last playtest, so she's not really my favorite personally. I really like Tarek. We have Halden, so Halden has his strike rifle, which I think is a 3-round burst assault rifle. And he has curative aura, so what that is basically people can be down in this game, they don't instantly die, so if he gets around them, he can use his power to pick them up completely off the floor, or what can happen is that he can heal his team if they're not completely on the ground, so it's really good to have a Halden on your team. He's basically the only medic in the game right now. You can even pick up 2 teammates at the same time because it's a range. It's not like hit E on a person. You have an aura around you, and that will pick people up off the floor. So we have Letty. She has one of my favorite guns in the game, which is the revolver, but I thought her ability was kind of lackluster. Personally, my playstyle is that I like to be attacking, and I don't like to be inhibiting other people's use abilities. I like to be using my own ability and like strategizing myself. So just her EMP blast basically knocks away enemies and temporarily cancels their abilities, which is, I guess, it's pretty okay, but like it's kind of boring to play that way, in my opinion. And then you have Jay, so he is actually a viable melee character. So as I see it, he is the meta right now, and Jay is good at close combat. So as you can see, his weapon is a giant sword type spear thingy. I don't know what the actual word for that is, but his talent is Overshield, so he gets a ton more health for a short period of time, so he can get into close quarters and take some bullets if he has to, and his weapon actually slaps. So we got my girl Callie. This is who I played mostly during the last playtest for the game. She's one of my favorite characters. So her talent is active camo, so she turns basically invisible. She still has some glimmer, as you can see, or as you've probably seen in other games. But while she's walking around, you can sneak up on people, get strategic positions, and flanks. So I think she's one of the best lurkers in the game. I personally really like her bow, and I really like the way that bows play in this game, so she was one of my favorite people to play overall. And her Heartseeker bow also slapped in terms of damage. So next we have Cruz. I never actually played Cruz, but I've heard from some people that he is really good. His talent is Tailwind, which basically causes like a triangle to form from behind him, and he runs at like an extra 100-200% speed. He runs very fast, so his team can run behind him. So if you're ever stuck in a jam, if you're stuck in the storm, if you're in bad positioning, he can relocate your whole team, which is really powerful. Also, SMGs tend to be really powerful in this game because they fire a lot of bullets in a short period of time, and the Cazador has one of the biggest magazines of any SMG, which is his personal weapon. So I think Cruz is going to be 100% viable into the game. Alright, so I've been keeping up this game since the end of the last playtest in December 2020. So here is the update that they released. So I've read through this, but basically the important part is that they thought the closed beta went really well, and their goal was to get this game out early 2021, which they have. So they had some goals listed here, and we're just going to go through these, some things that they've noticed, and we're going to see if they've been adjusted for early access or if they're still in the pipeline. So as far as I know, at the start of the closed beta, we experienced some initial teething issues with account creation process. This was resolved quickly, so I think that this will be quickly resolved, and it should be resolved for early access. It should be a completely streamlined process. So then we have here, we saw some players had issues accessing their keys. So since they did keys through emails, there's always going to be different types of email addresses and different things. So there's always going to be a little trouble accessing keys and with emails and sending things out. But the way I see it, they did a pretty good job for mine, and I just had to make sure to check my spam and media folders. So I don't see this as a huge issue. If you sign up here for the free early access, you should receive a key in your email if it is available to you. So there was great participation from both new and returning players. So I was new in the last playtest actually, and I really had a fun time with it. And then there's going to be some optimization and performance improvements with everything. So I think that it might be slightly optimized, but I don't think that it will be a big difference from the last beta playtest. So for weapons and vehicles, there was a meta in the last beta where people would find vehicles and run people over. So I'm still waiting to see on an update for if they're going to, or how hard. They've already said that they were going to nerf vehicles probably, but how hard vehicles are going to be nerfed, and if it will be a cost or a speed or something like that, because vehicles are pretty important so you can get to different places on the map fast. I think some of the weapons were pretty well balanced already, and I felt that everybody had pretty strong weapons in their own suit with regards to all of the characters. Then there's some inconsistency in the experience among different regions, but this happens for all games due to player bases being in different locations. So I think what they've done is they made the map smaller for smaller sessions and bigger for bigger sessions, and the size of the map is procedurally generated. So you'll never get the same map twice, which is a pretty cool way of dealing with the fact that you're going to have inconsistent lobby sizes, at least to start. And so they wanted clear enemy detection, combat elements, and VFX. So I personally didn't feel that this was a big issue. You could see the name of the enemy, the health, and everything about them while you were shooting them. So I didn't think that was a really big problem, but we'll see what they do for the early access release. So now that we've gone over those, we're going to look into some of the developer updates of the week and what you can expect from early access. Alright, so now that we have looked into Scavengers, into the characters, and into some of the stuff they've improved since the last beta, I'm going to end this video here. If you guys want to see more videos about the lore of this game and how it's going to come out before the end of the month, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for updates on Scavengers and as always, more Among Us content. This has been Spectre. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.